Ladies, gamers and gentlemen, Belnoir here for crooksgaming.eu. Game number 2 between Crooks MeGo and Ondrasek. Once again, this series is taken from LANcraft Summer 2013, the biggest LAN event in the Czech Republic and Slovakia as well. So, game number 2, gonna be taking place on Neoplanet S. We see MeGo from Team Crooks Gaming, the pink Zerg, spawning in the bottom position here. In the top, on the right side of the map, it's gonna be Ondrasek. This time, going for probably a gateway expansion, since he did build an in-base pylon. Now, the first game did go to MeGo, and I have to say, in quite a convincing fashion. He defended the heavy pressure at the start by Ondrasek. He kept his third base alive. He tacked rapidly towards ultras, 3/3 upgrades, chitinous plating, adrenal glands, and he attacked his opponent before he was maxed. So let's see if he can repeat his success from game number 1, as Ondrasek is going to scout right now. MeGo opening with a pool. Doesn't know anything about his opponent's opening so far, but we'll find out in about a minute when his overlord reaches this general location. Oh, MeGo is no. Wow. Okay. Not building a hatch just yet. Not having enough money, but going to send that drone out. Oh, are you really? Maybe he is afraid of a hatchery block and considered building that hatchery over here, but the probe is coming back. This will be really close. Oh, narrowly put down. MeGo, you devil. Not to confuse with the real devil from Isuba, by the way. Not the same person. Right, so second gate coming up. Is this going to be a this you know, this almost looks like a PvP opening with 3 stalkers. Is this really going to be a 3 stalker opening? We have no gas yet for MeGo, and he would be wise not to go for a third base too greedily. He needs that gas first. 6 Zerglings in production though, so 8 on the field right now, and MeGo is trying to go ahead and do some damage with this, very likely, because otherwise, why would you make so many Zerglings, right? Now, they don't have speed yet, but the extractor is on the way, and MeGo will start gathering that gas. Oh, this stalker cannot get surrounded. The Lings are trying to bait the stalker out a little bit more, maybe get a little bit of a scout. Here come the additional 6 Zerglings. Will they be able to corner the Stalker and get a kill? I don't think they will. Stalker is microing very nicely here, trying to target down the injured Zerglings, but 2 additional Stalkers about to pop, and that should make those Zerglings disappear. I mean, retreat. And indeed it does. Good for MeGo, though, that he did retain the majority of his Zergling count. Roach Warren going up kind of early because this was a gateway opening. Look at this. Warp gate is almost finished, and oh my goodness, Ondrasek, he's going for a 4 gate, and he's going to have a lot of units straight from the get-go. 3 Stalkers versus Zerglings with no speed, 1 unfinished Spine Crawler. Oh my goodness. I mean, as long as Ondrasek does not miss micro, he's going to be able to pick off Zerglings left and right. The warp gate is almost finished. Where are the proxy pylons? The probe a little bit late on the map. These stalkers will have to go ahead and buy a lot of time for Ondrasek. 4 roaches in production right now, as well as 4 lings. 2 additional gateways just about finishing up. The proxy pylon, though, is so late. This will make for a very late warp, and luckily, even if Ondrasek warps those stalkers back home, this map is so small that it will take them very small amount of time to make their way over there to rendezvous with these 4. Now, remember, 4 stalkers they can one-shot Zerglings. Right? They can one-shot Zerglings, so if Ondrasek focus fires correctly, he should be fine. The problem for him are going to be those roaches. That's why he's warping a couple of zealots here. Gateways should be recharging any moment here. And for some reason, that pylon got cancelled just now, and Ondrasek deciding to, well, you know what? He is pretty much defended, let me expand. Speed only just now queued up for MeGo, trying to push this back, using the Zerglings as a buffer and roaches as, you know, the damage dealers, but frankly, MeGo will not be able to venture too far off from his base. Needs to protect the Spine Crawler though. 2 volleys for free on that building, that was not good at all, and well, so far Ondrasek doing his best to keep MeGo in his base, picks off the Spine Crawler. And this weakens MeGo's defensive capabilities by quite a lot. The speed still has almost a minute to go to finish researching, and look at the cost effectiveness of the Protoss army. Mothership Corps on the way to join up with the rest of the army as well, and more Stalkers coming in. 14 Lings in production though. Speed still not finished, but you know, if MeGo can just hold on for a little while longer, pull back, get one more cycle of Lings in, and then go for the surround, that would be great. But looks like Ondrasek is pulling back just in time, getting his natural expansion up, not wasting minerals to do another warp in. And right now, what are you going to do with all those units, MeGo? Are you just going to try and attack? This might work. I mean, there are only 2 sentries, not a whole lot of force fields. And yeah, MeGo is trying to make something happen here. Still producing roaches, as well as spore crawlers in case of any DT follow-ups or Stargate or whatever, what have you. Will he be able to break through though? Remember, there is no road speed because there is no lair yet for MeGo, so he is very behind on tech, and he's very behind on econ as well, having to produce so many units so early on in the game. 23 drones versus 32 probes. That is just unheard of, almost. Ondrasek does lose the forge, but not before building this cannon, and well, MeGo, frankly, he does not want to build any more units from this point onward. He really wants to be droning up. There goes the evolution chamber, the lair, and still more drones coming up. Ondrasek currently a little bit supply blocked, but that one immortal will change things so drastically here in the coming engagement, because with that immortal, or maybe Ondrasek will wait for 2 immortals. With those 2, he will be able to bust out of his base and get a lot of these units, maybe, if he catches MeGo unprepared, off guard, maybe looking somewhere else. For example, inside the main base with this Overlord here. And, you know, with force fields and immortals, you can kill a lot of these. So, the harvester counts are going to be equalized very shortly here. 10 more Lings in production, plus 1 carapace going up for MeGo. Observer on the way towards the main base of the Zerg, and yep, MeGo gonna be trying and take a 3rd base. Needs to get rid of all of those proxy pylons though. He doesn't know about the 1. And the 2nd immortal is about to pop here. Will Ondrasek go for it at this point? Will he go for it? Is he going to? No, he is going to wait for a 3rd immortal to come. He also is getting a forge back here so that it's not as easily sniped. And he is only missing 3 drones from being fully saturated at his natural expansion. So if we select the Nexuses, one more probe, and Ondrasek can just go for non-stop unit production and go for an all-in from here. I mean, he slowed down MeGo so much, He would be stupid not to. He's got 3 Immortals, which means he will be able to one-shot Roaches. But he will get the Colossi out as well. Thermal Lance is being queued up. It's almost like as if Ondrasek does not care one bit that he is contained at this point. He knows there are units outside his base, but he just doesn't care. Adds on 2 additional gateways, will bring himself up to 6. Finally, this proxy pylon is being discovered, and MeGo is on the job. Going to take that out. Again, melee upgrades on the way. +2 carapace will probably be started. And a lot of links, but this time MeGo is going for Hydralisks. This is an excellent choice if he wants to defend immortal gateway armies. Not so much when there are Colossi in play. And to be quite frank, Ondrasek doesn't need more than 1 Colossus in this army. If he attacks now, he doesn't, because there's not going to be that many Hydras out. Thing is he going to wait? I actually think he's going to wait only for the 2nd Colossus, and then he's just going to go for it, because his Thermal Lances are about to finish up, his +1 is about to finish up, and yeah, I think he'll go for the attack right now. He is still making a couple of probes here and there, though, so not really wanting to go for a full-out 2-base all-in, and probably will be taking a 3rd base behind this. But this army is just so strong at this point. Force fields are going to be absolutely key here, and MeGo caught completely out of position with only half his army defending, and the other one is just trying to run around. I don't know what MeGo is doing, but he'll be losing a lot of units here. Force fields keeping the Hydras at bay, and now the Colossi will go to work on those Lings. This is a very, very good engagement for Ondrasek, and I think that MeGo will be GGing out in a second, because frankly his army right now is non-existent. 32 army supply versus 71. The 3rd base will go down, and it doesn't even matter that you have 2-2 on the way. It doesn't matter you have more Roaches and more Lings, because there are 2 Colossi here. You have nothing to kill them with. You can deny the 3rd base all you want, but you are going to die very quickly here, Mr. Zerg. Not good times for our pink Zerg player MeGo. And still a lot of force fields available here for Ondrasek. He didn't he didn't use up all of them, so he's doing a good job keeping these Colossi alive. And yeah, the army supply is 16 versus 77. Drones are down to 23 versus 52. The 3rd base will stay alive thanks to this one Zealot, and MeGo GG's out of the game. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ondrasek equalizing the series, and MeGo, well, he'll have to pull off something magical in game number 3 in a moment.